Look around you. Or better yet, look at yourself. What do you see? Smooth skin, maybe a smattering of hair here and there, but nothing like the thick, insulating coat that covers almost every other mammal on this planet. We are, in essence, the naked ape. But why? How did we, a species that evolved in the same African cradle as so many furry creatures, come to shed our protective pelt? It's one of the most enduring mysteries of human evolution, a puzzle with pieces scattered across millions of years, hidden in our genes, and etched into the very landscape of our ancestors' lives. Today, we're going on a journey, a deep dive into the scientific theories, the archaeological evidence, and the incredible environmental pressures that transformed our ancestors from shaggy primates into the relatively hairless beings we are today. Prepare to uncover the shocking truth behind our nakedness. To understand how we lost our fur, we first need to understand where we started. Our earliest primate ancestors, like almost all mammals, were undeniably furry. This fur wasn't just for show, it was a survival essential. Think of it: insulation against cold, protection from UV radiation, camouflage from predators, a barrier against insects, and even a medium for communication and social bonding. Our close cousins, the chimpanzees and gorillas, still sport thick coats. They live in tropical forests where shade is abundant, and their fur helps protect them from the sun's harsh rays, as well as keeping them warm during cooler nights or rainy periods. So what changed? When did our lineage diverge from this furry norm? The story begins with a dramatic shift in environment, a monumental challenge that forced our ancestors to adapt or perish. Around 7 to 6 million years ago, a geological upheaval began to reshape East Africa, the formation of the Great Rift Valley. This created a rain shadow, drying out vast swathes of land, transforming dense forests into expansive savannas. This new environment, the open savanna, was a brutal, unforgiving landscape, and our ancestors, no longer able to rely on dense forest cover, had to make a critical adaptation: bipedalism. Walking upright. Bipedalism offered many advantages, freeing up hands for carrying, better visibility over tall grasses, and critically, reducing the amount of body surface exposed to the scorching midday sun by up to 60%. But walking upright wasn't enough. The savanna was intensely hot. Temperatures could soar, and sustained activity under the sun was a recipe for deadly heat stroke. Here, fur, once an asset, became a liability. Think about it. A thick fur coat traps a layer of air against the skin, which is great for insulation in cold weather, but terrible for dissipating heat when you're trying to cool down. Our ancestors were becoming more active, moving longer distances to find food and water. They needed a more efficient way to regulate their body temperature. Enter the power of evaporative cooling. Sweating. But for sweat to work effectively, it needs to evaporate from the skin surface. A dense layer of fur would trap the moisture, creating a warm, damp microclimate. Exactly what you don't want when you're overheating. As our ancestors began to lose their fur, they simultaneously evolved an incredible density of eccrine sweat glands, tiny glands that produce watery sweat directly onto the skin. We have millions of them, far more than any other primate, allowing us to dissipate heat at an astonishing rate. This combination of bipedalism and efficient sweating was a game changer. It allowed early hominins to forage during the hottest parts of the day when many predators were resting, giving them a crucial advantage. While the savanna hypothesis holds significant weight, another, more controversial theory offers an intriguing alternative for our hair loss: the aquatic ape hypothesis, or rather, the waterside ape hypothesis. Proponents of this theory suggest that a period of our evolution involved a semi-aquatic or waterside lifestyle. Think about animals that spend a lot of time in water: hippos, rhinos, elephants, manatees. Many have very sparse body hair. Fur, while insulating on land, becomes heavy and cumbersome in water. It increases drag and can make swimming less efficient. Stripping away fur would have made our ancestors more hydrodynamic. Furthermore, humans have a layer of subcutaneous fat directly beneath the skin, that is far more pronounced than in other primates. This blubber-like layer is excellent for insulation in water, much like the blubber of marine mammals, and also helps with buoyancy. The theory also points to our ability to hold our breath voluntarily. Our streamlined bodies, and even the direction of the hair on our bodies, which often seems to flow in patterns that would aid water drainage, as evidence. Now, let's talk about something less glamorous, but incredibly impactful: parasites. Anyone who's ever had a pet knows the constant battle against fleas, ticks, and mites. For our furry ancestors, these external parasites would have been a constant irritant and a significant health threat. Parasites not only cause discomfort, but they also transmit diseases, deplete energy, and can even be fatal, especially for the young and vulnerable. A thick coat of fur is an ideal habitat for these unwelcome guests. Parasites not only cause discomfort, but they also transmit diseases, deplete energy, and can even be fatal, especially for the young and vulnerable. A thick coat of fur is an ideal habitat for these unwelcome guests. Some scientists propose that the selective pressure to reduce parasitic load played a crucial role in our fur loss. Individuals with less fur would have been healthier, more robust, and more likely to survive and reproduce, passing on their naked genes. This theory also connects to our specialized sweating. While sweat cools us down, it also makes our skin less hospitable for certain parasites. A drier, less humid surface beneath the fur layer might have been an evolutionary itch we just had to scratch by shedding our hair. Beyond survival, there's another powerful evolutionary force at play: social and sexual selection. The way we look and how others perceive us can have a profound impact on reproductive success. In many species, physical traits are exaggerated to signal health, fertility, or genetic quality to potential mates. Could hair loss have become such a signal? Smooth skin allows for a clearer display of emotions through flushing, blushing, or even goosebumps, enhancing communication within the group. It also allows for easier detection of wounds, infections, or other signs of illness, signaling a potential mate's health. Furthermore, some theories suggest that hairlessness facilitated stronger social bonding through enhanced skin-to-skin contact, particularly between mothers and infants. The warmth and tactile stimulation could have fostered greater attachment and caregiving. From a sexual selection perspective, perhaps certain features of naked skin became attractive. Smooth skin, especially in specific areas, might have been perceived as a sign of youth, health, or even a cleaner appearance in an environment rife with parasites. It also opened up a canvas for cultural expression, body painting, scarification, and tattooing, allowing for unique individual and group identities to be displayed directly on the skin. Our skin became a billboard for who we are. So, if shedding our fur was so advantageous, why didn't we become completely hairless? Why do we still retain hair in specific areas? This isn't just a random oversight. Each patch of remaining hair serves a purpose. Our thick head hair, for instance, is thought to be crucial for protecting the scalp, the part of our body most directly exposed to the sun when upright, from UV radiation and for retaining heat in colder climates. Eyebrows and eyelashes prevent sweat, rain, and debris from entering our eyes. They also play a vital role in nonverbal communication, conveying emotions and intentions. Nasal hair and ear hair act as filters, trapping dust, pollen, and insects before they can enter sensitive airways. The hair in our armpits and pubic regions is a bit more complex. These areas contain apocrine sweat glands, which produce a thicker, oilier sweat. This hair might help to wick away moisture, reduce friction, or, interestingly, trap pheromones, chemical signals that can play a role in attraction and communication. Even the fine vellus hair that covers most of our bodies, often called peach fuzz, isn't useless. It helps with tactile sensation, allows for the evaporation of sweat, and might offer some residual protection against insects. Our partial hairiness, combined with our intelligence to create shelter, clothing, and tools, truly made us masters of adaptation. We outsourced our environmental protection, not by regrowing fur, but by innovating. The story of human hair loss is not just about the past. It's an ongoing narrative that continues to shape us. Skin color, for example, is directly linked to our hairless state and our exposure to the sun's UV radiation, evolving to balance vitamin D production with protection against sun damage. As humans migrated out of Africa, skin pigmentation adapted to different light levels, but our relative hairlessness remained a defining trait. Today, we live in a world where climate control, clothing, and technology largely mitigate the survival pressures that led to our fur loss. Yet, the echoes of that ancient transformation are still with us, influencing everything from our physiology to our aesthetics. Our nakedness isn't a deficiency. It's a testament to our incredible adaptability, a bold evolutionary gamble that paid off spectacularly. It freed us from the constraints of a furry coat, allowing us to thrive in diverse environments and pursue complex behaviors that ultimately define our species. From the scorching savannas of ancient Africa to the comfort of our modern homes, the journey of human fur loss is a powerful reminder of nature's relentless drive for adaptation. It's a story of vulnerability turned into strength, of a challenge met with an ingenious solution. We are the naked ape, not by accident, but by design, a design honed by millions of years of evolution, leaving us with a unique canvas upon which our complex history is written. Thank you for making it this far. What do you think about our evolution? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next unraveling of natural mysteries. See you next time.